As I sit here reflecting on the events of September 10th, 2025, my heart aches for the family, friends, and countless young conservatives whose lives Charlie Kirk touched so profoundly. At just 31, Kirk wasn't just a political activist. He was a firebrand voice for a generation, co-founding Turning Point USA and mobilizing millions through his podcast and campus tours. His death by a single gunshot to the neck during a speaking event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah, feels like a gut-punch stark reminder of how fragile our democratic discourse can be. I've followed Kirk's work for years, admiring his unapologetic passion for conservative values, even if I didn't always agree with every stance. This tragedy isn't just about politics, it's about a young father of two, Erica and their kids, robbed of a future together. The scene was chaotic, yet all too familiar in our polarized times. Around 3,000 students and supporters had gathered on an outdoor stage for Kirk's American comeback tours, where he was in the midst of debating hot-button issues like free speech and campus culture. Eyewitnesses described a sudden pop echoing across the field, followed by screams and a rush of security. Investigations into the assassination of right-wing activist Charlie Kirk revealed that suspect Tyler Robinson, 22, used a German-made Mauser 98 rifle from World War I, this bolt-action, .30206 caliber weapon, inherited from his grandfather and used in both World Wars, lacked serial numbers, making it untraceable. Text messages to his roommate confirmed Robinson's awareness of this. Video footage from the Utah Department of Public Safety showed him scrambling across a rooftop before fleeing into nearby woods near Utah Valley University, where authorities recovered the gun, a screwdriver, and a towel with his DNA. Matching DNA on the weapon showed no remorse in his messages. Such rifles, popular among hunters, were often brought home by American soldiers. After the wars, Robinson, a Utah resident unaffiliated with any political party, was arrested hours later after a family member tipped off police about his suspicious behavior in a Discord confession where he boasted about the act, citing Kirk's hate speech. As his motive, he was full of hate and spreading hate. The relative recalled Robinson saying, "The FBI, led by Director Kash Patel, swiftly offered a $100,000 reward, calling it a targeted political assassination." Utah Governor Spencer Cox, a Republican, labeled it a dark day for our nation, emphasizing the need for unity amid rising political violence. President Donald Trump echoed this, announcing plans for a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom and vowing to attend Kirk's funeral in Arizona. Vice President J.D. Vance stepped in to host the Charlie Kirk Show on September 5th, promising to carry forward Kirk's legacy of youth engagement. Tributes poured in from across the spectrum. First, Lady Melania Trump spoke of compassion, while Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. drew parallels to his family's own assassinations in the 1960s. Vigils lit up campuses and parks nationwide, from Orem to Washington, D.C., with American flags waving alongside flowers and candles. Erica Kirk, in a poignant live stream viewed by over 500,000, vowed to continue Turning Point USA events, saying, "Charlie's fire will burn brighter now." Yet, the aftermath has exposed deep divisions. While conservatives mourn a warrior for freedom, some left-leaning voices have celebrated or justified the killing, sparking outrage. In Texas, over 100 teachers face certification suspensions for inciting violence, per Governor Greg Abbott. A Chicago school specialist, Mildred Garcia Gomez, was doxxed and pressured to resign after laughing about it on Instagram. In Florida, University of Miami neurologist Michelle Bravo was fired, and Palmetto Bay Council member Steve Cody faces council shutdown until he steps down for calling it a fitting sacrifice. Even Representative Ilhan Omar drew fire for remarks seen as defending violence, leading to calls for her committee removal. A Washington Post columnist was dismissed for gross misconduct over celebratory posts. On the flip side, journalist Stacey Patton went viral recounting her harassment via Kirk's professor watchlist, arguing his tactics normalized violence. Ohio AG candidate Elliot Forhan's Fouge Charlie Kirk post has calls for his withdrawal. This isn't just news, it's a wake-up call. Kirk's assassination, the latest in a string, including attempts on Trump, underscores how rhetoric can escalate to tragedy. As a nation, we must condemn all violence, left or right, and foster dialogue over division. Kirk leaves a legacy of empowerment for young conservatives, but his death challenges us to honor it by building safer spaces for debate. My thoughts are with Erica and the kids. May they find strength in the movement he built. In a time of grief, let's remember, unity starts with empathy. Thanks for reflecting on this pivotal moment. Subscribe for more unbiased news, deep dives into current events, and stories that matter. Together, we can seek truth and peace. Stay connected.